Well, next week we have the All-Star Race. It's a fun one. We always get to see the top drivers in our sport go after $1 million. Let's talk about the fan vote, though. We know who's in it as far as winning and qualifying to be in that race. But the top 5 currently for the All-Star Race are Matt DiBenedetto, Kyle Larson, Alex Bowman, William Byron, and Bubba Wallace. Is Matty D going to carry the torch of the fan vote now?
I mean,
the Guido?
Yeah.
His new self-proclaimed nickname?
I don't know. It just depends. Is Dale Jr. going to tweet to try to get Bowman in the 88 camp because he likes him so much? I mean, that'll swing things. But, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that Matt DiBenedetto's up there. Fans love him. He's very fan-friendly.
They campaign for it.
He goes
very hard.
He goes out of his way. But I do think out of that top 5, I do think your winner of the Open's going to come out of that. So who knows? Maybe the winner of the fan vote, maybe they go to whoever finishes second in that fan vote. And I think that's super interesting to me as well.
I know who you think wins the Open. Who do you think wins and races their way in?
You know, I definitely think Alex Bowman has a great shot at racing his way in, and if anyone in that field wants it, he wants it, and he's said it multiple times. So I agree with you. I think he has a shot at racing his way in. Personally, though, like, he's won my fan vote, and I believe that he's probably won a lot of other fans' votes over the past couple of weeks because everyone's just pulling for him at this point.
Yes, he's put on a show. I want him to be in the All-Star race. I think he deserves it.
Who do you I mean, obviously the performance over the past couple of weeks, he's got to be the favorite going into that Open. But who do you think puts up the biggest fight for him?
Well, I know who you think.
Who do you think I think?
Larson.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw Larson. I mean, he doored the
We've been hanging out
living you-know-what out of Chase Elliott to win an Open race a couple years ago.
I'm going after it for $1 million.
I mean, you know, who cares if the thing leaves on a hook? You got to get into the $1 million race. So I think there are a lot of guys that are really hungry back there in the field, and I think, you know, not only are you racing for $1 million in the main event later that night in the Open, just the opportunity to race for it, but I don't know. I don't think anybody's safe in that fan vote either, so Matt DiBenedetto can't go out there and just take his foot off the gas and save his race car, so it's a double-edged sword.
I kind of have a sleeper, I don't know if you can call him sleeper, a surprise pick that I think is going to win the All-Star race.
What is that? All-Star or the Open?
The All-Star race. The whole race.
Okay.
I think 48.
I mean, he's 1 for 1 in exhibition races this year, so.
That's my point.
Yeah.
I liked the Clash. I think this is kind of a chance for him to be like, forget it, I'm going after it, and $1 million.
I agree. I think we saw him race differently in the Clash than we've seen him race all season. We saw a little bit of that aggressive side to him, and I loved it. Fans loved it. So I agree. I think that with, like, the less pressure, I think, in, like, the exhibition races, that it's kind of fun to see him, like, let his hair down a little bit.
Yep.
I'm all for Black Hat Jimmy Johnson. Wreck everybody, man. Who cares?
But I do think let's say that the voting is how it's going to stay and Matt DiBenedetto wins, I think Larson gets in.
I could see that. I mean, it
He's
wouldn't
a
surprise
little more
me.
aggressive.
42-88 door-to-door coming down the end of that thing. I would not surprise me one bit.